Hello, FlossTube. We're the Kitchen Stitchers.
I'm Arlene.
I'm Crystal.
And I'm Lisa.
Thank you for watching our FlossTube videos. So,
We have to pose.
Oh.
And we have to flip.
that's for you, Stephanie, from Just Keep Stitching. So you have a smile picture of us from each of our FlossTube videos. It shouldn't be hard to find, Eddie. And the hair flip was for Lisa Simmons Martin, who commented that we are the three girls with the amazing hair. So that's for you, Lisa.
And thank you, because I always feel like my hair is super frizzy, so I appreciate the nice words.
I know. Sometimes I thought, what was my hair looking like the other day?
Well, you're a hair person.
Your
Your hair is always
looks
perfect.
great.
Yeah.
Mine's always questionable, but
Oh, yeah? I couldn't take my eyes off of Lisa. She had such gorgeous hair. Was one of the comments from one of our watchers.
That's so
literally
fun.
said that,
Oh,
and I
my
thought it
goodness.
was hilarious.
Oh, it's
It's
July.
Yay!
July 11th. July 11th.
That's
Yay.
right. And I hope all of you guys had a very safe and fun 4th of July, remembering the independence of our country, which sets us apart from all the other countries.
Yay.
Yay.
Okay, so we have a mail call this time. I received in the mail from Judy Anderson. I love pansies, and pansies were one of my first stitch project I've ever done. And so Jody must have picked up on that at some point, because she sent me this pattern, and it's called The Kiss of the Sun. And isn't this adorable?
What does it say?
I can't read backwards. It says, the kiss of the sun for pardon, the song of the birds for mirth. One is nearer God's heart, in a garden, anywhere else on earth.
Aww.
Aw, that is so sweet. Thank you so much,
I have a
Jody. I
pansy
appreciate
story.
it. You have a pansy story.
Yes. My great aunt had pansies. She grew those, and she would always bring them in the house. And so I guess to get me to shut up and have some activity to do so she could have quiet and talk with my mom, she sent me out to pick pansies, and she said, don't pick them too close to the top of the pansy. So I picked them as far away from the top of the pansy as I could. Root
You
and
uprooted
all. She never let me pick flowers again.
Wise woman. Showed her.
I was 6.
You
What did
showed
I
her.
know?
Arlene's like, I'm
was
not going to
6.
go do your weeding anymore here.
I did what she told me to do.
You are so literal.
I am
can
literal.
see you as a
See,
6-year-old.
even as a child.
I can so see that. I can so see that. So, we are actually pretty excited about some of our whips that we're doing.
We are all doing different patterns, but on the same fabric. So we all ordered a fabric called Shenanigans from Seraphim Hand Dyed Fabrics on Facebook.
I
And
have her little card.
oh yay!
Yeah.
It's so
Laura
cool. She'll send Lori
Norwalk.
Nowak. She always sends us with a little card, and you get a little feather in with your. And then she has this sticker that you can put on the back of your project that you can keep notes of what
And
you were
this is
working
the
on and
fabric.
what you were working on during the project. And
Yeah, that's,
Right.
that's
It's
pretty
neat.
cool. That's pretty
so I think we all chose a different pattern. I'm doing the Quaker Peace pattern by Bygone Stitches. And it's kind of funny because I love the Quakers. I love how there's symmetry in each of the motifs, but I love the chaos of this pattern because you've got the symmetry of the Quaker, but all this extra stuff all over the place, just making it total chaos, which I love.
Love it.
Anyway, so I'm doing it in a different color. I'm not exactly thrilled with the color choices, but I think it's going to be nice. So this is where I'm at so far. You can see the different motifs in my flying pig, but this will be the peace sign here. It'll be the big circle, the peace sign. So it's coming along.
I really like it.
So that is my Shenanigans.
And mine, my pattern I chose on my Shenanigans because when we ordered it, for some reason, I thought it looked gray.
It
We all
looked
thought it
really
was going to be
gray.
gray.
Right, and it came back looking a little more brown. And so instead of doing, we originally had thought about doing a Halloween. So when it came back more brown, we all decided, and there's a bunch of us that are doing it. Pam and Steph from Just Keep Stitching.
Some of our friends from Friday.
From our friends from Friday Stitching. So we decided to make it a fall sal. And
Not that a Quaker piece is fall, but
Okay, well,
Mine's not.
I'm still doing Halloween because I didn't have anything else.
So what I chose was the pumpkins from Praiseworthy Stitches. And Lisa had done this about a year-ish ago. And when she got it back from the framers, I absolutely fell in love with it. So this is what I've gotten done so far. Yeah. So this is what I've gotten done. Now I have changed the colors a bit. Because on here, yeah, on a darker fabric, the pumpkins up on the top, where it was, they were like a
maroon.
Yeah, like a cherry bark, I think is what it was called.
It's dark.
And you just can't see them here. So what I did is I flipped this orange and put the that as my lettering, which I wrote down is chrysanthemums. From sampler threads, and then I just pretty much just did the rest of them the same way, but I just flipped that, and then I'm gonna find another color to do the pumpkin in, and then I'm probably gonna keep these as close to this red. I haven't picked out yet, so but yeah, I'm really excited about it. And I think it's going to look gorgeous on this.
Yeah, I like the orange.
Oh, I
like the
love
orange
it.
a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about mine. We'll see. The thing was, it was a small piece, so I really didn't have a lot of, and I didn't have anything that would have been just fall that would have been small like this. So I took the Bent Creek Halloween arches, and so it was on gray. So originally that's what I had selected, and so it came in and it looks brown. So I'm switching around with the colors. So that's what I've done so far. I'm really kind of excited to use more of these color and cotton colors because they're so bright. So the bright purples and the bright greens and the bright orange, whatever you call that color, orange. So
I call it orange.
So I'm just messing around and changing all the colors up, and we'll see what it looks like. But
I love the color cotton threads.
They're really pretty.
yeah,
Barbara at Keepsakes is she's going to be selling these color
the first
cottons.
retail store to host them.
Very exciting.
Absolutely. I'm
Yay,
very
Barbara.
excited about getting my hands on those. So does anybody else have any other whips?
I didn't bring my other whips with me because I worked a lot this week on my Heaven and Earth designs, but that's just too bulky to travel. So I will show that when we film at my house. I will show you the progress I've been making on that because I love it. It looks so beautiful.
She's got so many colors that's in it now.
I'm getting ready to start, so I don't know if I'm going to start one of these or this one. I love. I'm really excited to get started on this one. So that's the Gingerbread Village. So
And look at all the colors in it. Oh my gosh, that's going to be gorgeous.
So I'm really excited about both of these. So we'll see. We'll see which one.
So we're going to move on to our FOs.
Which is finished objects.
I
things
have
that
a
we
finished, big, massive finish. So on our last video, I think I showed you Venus. So this time I have Neptune.
Woo!
Look at that,
Wow.
Venus and Neptune. So
These are really,
Two down.
these are so cool.
2 down,
Color, can you get the color
7
over?
to
That's
go.
so
So
cool.
these
I
are,
love the
I
feather.
bought these on Etsy from a shop called Stem Stitch. But they're really fun. I cannot believe how many colors are actually in these. It's like, you're kidding me. It's a little tiny 2-inch planet. And it's got 27 colors. But they look great.
crazy.
Anyway, 7 to go. Yay!
And if you're just watching us, she's doing this for her grandson. She built her bed up on her second floor. She built their beds, and it's a galaxy room. And
So the
really
big
cute.
question,
They're gorgeous.
is Pluto included as a
Pluto
planet?
is included.
Thank God.
Yeah, it's messed up. So yeah, so I'm doing Pluto.
Good.
But yeah, I built that. No, I didn't have the room built. I
You
built
built
it.
She did it with her
yeah.
own.
She's amazing. She's
Wow.
Superwoman.
So it's really cool.
I
It's really
love and if did we show pictures? We did show pictures of it, like a couple of videos ago.
So
I'll bring some next time.
We
When I
have
finish
to.
Another Planet, I will bring a picture of the bedroom.
Yes, because she not only did for her grandsons, her 2 grandsons, built-in beds, the whole thing. She did the whole thing herself. The other side of the room she built for her granddaughter, and it is so amazingly
Her
beautiful.
flower bed. She
It's
calls
her
it her
flower
flower bed.
Yes, and
So
so
fun.
that's wonderful.
So those are my finishes.
My finishes are, where's the, there we go. I finally finished this. It is Welcome by Angel Stitchin'. This is what I finished, but I'm gonna do some creative ideas. Well, it's not creative. Nothing's ever creative. It's a
It's
repeat
creative.
of something.
It's creative.
I don't know. I'm gonna try to finish this on my own. I may be in over my head, but this is what I chose to do.
You got this, Crystal.
Yeah. And instead of doing the stitched, right here, the stitching stars, I decided to put a button on it that I found at Joann's when they were doing their Americana sales. So, we'll see how the next time, how that comes up.
She has some great ideas on how she wants it finished. I can't wait
do.
to see it.
And then my next one is Old Glory by Sam Sarah.
you still have half of that left. You can use the fabric.
I know. I can't believe that. I don't know how they cut it so big, but who knows?
No, it's great.
I
It's
could have told
ornaments.
him that. But yeah, this is so true. So
love the
yes, Pam and Steph are crushing me with you are so old school. You still tape your fabrics. Well, unless I bring every single fabric over to Lisa's house to have her finish the ends for me, I might have to learn how to do it somewhere else because I am getting ribbed big time every time I
don't
go.
do
It's fun. It's fun.
When I go to Friday stitching at Just
This
Keep.
is, I think, my favorite part of this is.
A little stain. That's got to be a cherry.
I think it's chocolate.
It
No,
was
it's
a cherry.
cherry.
It's a cherry.
Cherry from Stitchesinky.
It is. I finished
Because
this
I had
at
one of those on
Stitchcon.
this.
I have to get a Tide
Cherry.
stick
Right here.
because I was eating cherries and I was trying to be so careful. And
You
what?
don't. You're not going to see it. You're going to cut it out. It'll be fine.
Well, I'm
Still
still
funny.
gonna. Yeah,
Still
I'm
funny.
still gonna
Stitch over
Tide
it.
pen
Just
it.
stitch over it.
But that's Old Glory by Sam Sarah,
Yay.
and those are my FOs.
Yeah, this is what I had. I purchased at StitchCon, and I also purchased the color and cotton threads. That's not what it called for, but that's what I wanted to stitch with. And so I was eating cherries on this too, and I actually got a stain and I stitched over top of it, so you'll never see it. So those are all color and cotton colors.
Those are
that I
beautiful. I
flipped
love how they
around,
look.
so.
I love
I love how
that.
vibrant they are.
Fun. It
And
was
I
so-
mentioned on our StitchCon video that
Okay.
birdhouses in the 1990s was huge. And then the
was so
2000
big.
came around and they disappeared. And now I'm so excited that birdhouses are coming
Well,
back.
Remember the other day you were at my house and I said, speaking of birdhouses, let me show you. And I dug into my, what do we call it? The hibernation
Yes,
bin, the den
the
of never
under
to
the
do-
bed.
So I have birdhouses that I have 99.9% finished.
She has to bring them on. They are
And
so
they've been-
gorgeous.
I think they were dated 1996. I mean, they've
Yeah.
been there a long time. Yeah.
I got.
They were beautiful. I loved it.
By the way, this fabric I got at Stitch Away, not StitchCon, at Stitch Away.
Oh, you
and
did?
just realized that it was Spring Morning
Ooh,
by Color and Cotton.
Ah, that's hilarious. So
Yeah.
that
that is so
the
funny.
thread,
You
uh,
did the threads and the
Jovelin
fabric.
32 count, 17 by 26. So
Wow.
I'm pretty sure that's.
that's really
And
funny.
you didn't know that before you did the colored cotton threads. That's amazing.
Serendipity.
I'm very
Wow.
excited about that. I have lots left of that. So.
And this one's adorable
So
too.
this one is a Satsuma. I love the bright colors that Satsuma has. Of course, I'm not a big, oh, there's better. It's called Nest Egg.
Oh.
I am not a big fan of pink. And so this is 32 count Water Lily. And I don't know who it's by. So I did it on the light green.
Yeah.
And that came across really well, I think. All
That
the
is
bright colors.
so beautiful. I love that.
I did switch the colors up a little bit on the egg, so I'll show you the difference. See, I didn't like the really bright yellow on the egg. I don't like bright yellow and pink together for whatever reason. So I dimmed them down a little bit, and on the one egg in the middle there, I used an orange instead. So
yeah. What I love about it too is the fabric.
egg, yeah.
The green makes that adorable, where I thought that the bright pink
was
just was a
garish.
little, yeah,
It's
was a little too
garish.
much.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I really like that. So
Oh
I
my
have
gosh.
the companion to this. There's a companion
Oh.
to this, so I'm going to do that eventually. But
That is absolutely beautiful.
it was so fun.
Arlene is
it a
such
goose
an
and a
amazing
gander? Is
stitcher.
that- or is it another?
I don't remember what it was. I don't think it was a goose. I think it was something. It was a bunny. I think it was bunnies.
Oh,
So
fun.
yeah. So that was fun. So yay! All right,
Any other finish?
that's the
Nope.
only finish I have. I have
Cool.
the fully finished.
FFO.
I have 2 fully finishes. I picked up from Keepsakes. I got a phone call from one of them.
I love it when she calls.
I know.
It's
She's like,
so
I have a
fun.
couple of finished items. So I did Angel Stitchin' Lemonade.
I love
That
that.
I thought I got this at one of the summer stitch-ins a couple years ago, and I finally got it.
We got some glare going.
That's okay,
So
it's 'cause-
we do it that way. There it goes.
So if life
And
gives
she
you lemons,
finally is adding spring and summer things to
I know.
her house.
I for some reason I never fully finished anything spring or summer. So if life gives you lemons, make lemonade. I like that.
I love
So that's Angel Stitchin'. And then the other one I did was it's called Three Sisters by Stitching Pretty Presents.
Okay,
in
first
memory-
before you do this, I
Yeah.
want to point out she did something I thought was really smart, and I don't know if you can really see it, but you see the letters?
Everything I do is really
She-
smart.
Yes, it is,
I
clearly.
went to college.
She put a green shadow to it, because if you look on this, it doesn't have it.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
And so it's hard to see those words. So I just thought that was really a good idea, and I think it looks a lot better. It makes it stand out more.
Yeah, because you really couldn't see it at all. And it's still
I
a
love
little.
it. I think it looks great.
Oh, you
Anyway.
did.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one.
So
Anyway, the other one I did was I
She
bought
went to
at
college.
Stitch Away last year. It was 3 Stitchers
Oh,
by,
right, you
by
were.
Bygone Stitches, which I think turned out so
Oh.
stinking cute.
fun.
That is adorable.
Tilt it down, yeah.
So this, just all the color goes away when you tilt it. I'm gonna let you see the reflect. Well, maybe not. So that's Arlene's backyard.
Maybe if we get it closer. Can you see the colors? That's better.
So I
Love
didn't do
that.
the colors that the pattern called for, but it was fun picking out.
Well, and
and
you-
for me, it's way outside of my comfort zone to not do what's called for. So
You added some fun things, like
I did.
the tassels and
The
things.
tassels and the buttons
The
and-
buttons and
yeah, So anyway, this one.
That's
I thought this was fun. 3 Sisters.
So fun, so fun.
And I'm so glad that you got it back in time to put it up for Halloween.
Yeah, me too.
I like the silver on the frame. They did a good
I
pick
tell
for
you,
that.
and also these boots here, sassy boots.
Sassy.
I like them.
Sassy.
Anyway,
That's awesome.
I do not have a fully finished. I turned
I have
my snowman in, but it's not back yet.
Okay, so you know that I was stitching the little mouse and the house. So you saw the little mouse. By the way, I wanted to point this out. This is what Karen Macon gave me at StitchCon, and it goes
That's
perfectly
so
with this little
awesome.
house.
perfectly.
So this is the little house, and as I've said, I am a stitcher, not a sewer. So this was a challenge for me. So there's the bottom with the little mouse there. But I think this is so cute. So when you open it up,
Is there a mouse inside?
there's a mouse inside.
It's in its
so
house.
cute.
Oh, that's adorable.
So the mouse is in its house,
Oh,
and they
pull it
even
and push it up
They
so they
even
can see.
include that's the rug, and they include this little fabric heart as part of it with the little that matches the fabric for the ties. I just think that's adorable.
Show
So-
them the little mouse that goes in the house.
Because it was too low.
It was too low. They
Okay.
couldn't
Oh, okay.
see.
There's the mouse.
Like put him on his rug.
Okay. So there we go, the little mouse in her house. How
cute is that?
This is supposedly the pansy mouse, so it's a good
Oh,
theme.
pansies!
I guess that's mine.
It's a
huh?
theme.
No,
It's not coming to my house.
no,
Mine?
Yet.
Mine?
no.
Mine?
No.
Yeah.
Mine, no.
It'll be my present.
So I just think that's so cute.
That is adorable.
So I had to figure out how to get the stuff. I actually did a stronger
That is fantastic.
Hellon craft fuse. I did the stronger one inside instead of the flimsy one
Just
that
to
they
give it a
did for
little
the
more structure.
sides. but I used the flimsy one for the bottom because they included a piece of cardboard to make it really stiff, and I didn't want to make it too thick. So
That is so stinking cute.
so, and then you just stitch the inside, like a blanket stitch going around. So it was fun.
I think
It
it's
was
stinking cute.
gorgeous.
brain challenging. So I have one to do for Halloween. We'll see if I actually do it.
You got to do it.
I don't know. We'll see.
You got
I think those mice are just Nan. It's a just Nan thing, and I think just Nan. The attention to detail. I mean, just look at all the little details. There's your pansies. See the little pansies, and just the attention to all the detail in this thing, including the little button there and that little thread on the inside and all this stuff. It's just too much fun.
If you ever find one with sunflowers and beehives.
Well, you know it's yours.
Yeah.
Okay, just
There we
Nan,
go.
there's our suggestion. We need one with
Sunflowers and
bees.
beehives.
You need
Yes.
a little bee that we create.
Yes. We'll create a mousey with the bee costume.
There you go.
I
What
know.
a good
Would it be-
idea.
And it'll
Huh.
be for fall.
So fun. Do you want me to talk about this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Because that's, yeah.
So I thought this was a pretty interesting thing as an example for dye lots. So I bought this, and you saw it on a previous thing about when I finished it.
It's Stitch Away, right?
So I bought this at Stitch Away a year ago this past January. So this coming January will be 2 years. And then it sat in my stuff. I had all the threads for it, and so it sat in my stuff for years. So it called for this Petite Maison for the Classic Colorworks.
Petite
Petite
Maison.
Maison.
Uh-huh.
I spoke French. For the snowman, and you can see the color there. And I ran out of some of the, I had a little bit left to do, and I bet you can't even really tell where I had the problem. So I ordered another one, and this is the color it came in, and you can't really see it that well, but this is more of a blue than a gray.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do now? So I went through my floss, and I found some DMC that was kind of a gray beige, and I paired it with a white and
did a
started
great
stitching,
job.
and then it looked a little whiter there, but they had some white, really white stuff in some of the areas from that Petite Maison, so it didn't look like it was out of character. So the stuff I stitched was here, and I don't think you can tell.
Not at all.
No.
That was pretty
Not
cool.
at all.
I
It
was
looks
really excited
variegated.
to get it so close to that. Yeah,
It just
so.
looks variegated. I have that, and I have the thing that it hangs on.
Yeah.
I hope to do
I have
that
the thing
sometime.
it hangs on, but it has another
Yeah.
one on it, so I just need to go get that finished now.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to get it finished.
Oh, yeah.
It's fun.
I like it a lot.
But that was a good lesson about dye lots, because I don't think sometimes they make a lot of difference, but I think with this variegated stuff,
Yeah.
it makes
Yeah,
a big
for sure it
difference.
does.
So make sure you have enough when you get that.
Wow.
So when they
You're
not
say,
gonna
do it right
Well,
away.
you know what though? When it says you need one skein or
True.
one
You would
hang.
think that's all you need.
Yeah. I don't
Anyway.
know. Maybe.
So, haul?
Oh,
Yes.
I
So,
think
do
we're
you have
talking
any
about
hauls?
Holly.
I don't have a
Oh,
haul.
say that.
I know,
I
because-
bought nothing.
Yeah. I call my daughter, whose name is Holly, I call her Halls. And whenever we talk about our hauls, she's always thinking Holly.
Wait, she doesn't stitch.
I did actually get a couple of hauls. The first one, we were at the first Friday at our LNS.
I got to go.
Yes,
It wasn't working.
finally.
Yay, it was so
It's
much
been
fun.
forever since you've
First
gotten to
Fridays
go.
are fun.
And if you
Me too.
remember, you saved Pam. So
I did save
Did save
Pam.
Pam.
Yes.
We saved Pam.
We
'cause
saved
You
Pam.
gave me the implement to save Pam.
Yes.
I just said, somebody get a camera.
So
And she did take a picture.
Pam, yes, I did take a picture.
I
So
think they put that in their
they
video
put that in
too.
their video, and it was so funny because Arlene's first Friday of the month in forever. I don't know
I
if you've been to maybe
saved Pam.
only one other.
I don't think I have been to any of
Oh
them.
my gosh,
No,
that's
'cause
amazing.
I'm always working, and then traffic is crazy.
Right.
And,
In this small little window of vacation, which is really not a real vacation. She's been
It's-
working so much.
yeah, well.
But
It's over after
she
next
got to
week.
be there, and so that was fun. But my haul is I was watching Linny stitch, and she was stitching this
I love that.
beautiful
I have to get it.
pattern with all of the new DMC colors. So I asked her what
I
it
got a
was.
package of those, by the way, for 40% off at Michael's.
Wow, that's really
Yeah,
good.
one of
40% off.
So it cost me $7.
Nice.
Wow, for all 35?
Yeah.
That's amazing. That is so good. So it is a Hope Blooms from Sam Sarah with all of your new colors. So if you guys are as excited about this as I am, it's Sam Sarah's Hope Blooms, and I cannot wait to do this. I'll probably start this right after Christmas so that...
Which means I get to do it first.
Yes. She is such a fast stitcher. She has more time. She's really fast. And so we were talking about it because she also has all the new colors. And she goes, oh, I want to do that after you. And I'm like, we'll let you do it before me, because even when I start, it's going to
all
take...
those colors, because I've been
Oh
working on
my God.
What's that
monochromatic
fabric?
right now.
Yeah.
I really like the fabric.
The call for fabric.
Zweigart Stormy.
Yeah. I will probably do it on that fabric.
Stormy Night.
Lisa, the rebel and crazy person she is, might switch hers up.
Yeah, that's me.
One more
Anywho.
set of hauls that I wanted to show you. So if any of you guys know that Joann's have been having mass coupons, which on the 4th of July, I was at a wedding reception for a family member and did not get back until very late. And so I missed the DMC floss sales, because I would have loved to have gotten the rest of my DMC. But when I did get back, which was the next day, I tried to talk them into selling the floss to me for the sale price.
Bad.
I'm
And
shocked they
wanted-
didn't give in. Most people give in. She could sell a farm of dirt if she wanted to.
I was so close, and then someone overheard us, and she goes, "I'm sorry, we can't do that." I'm like, ugh. But
Nice try, though.
they did have all their Americana on sale for 75%. So this
That's
ribbing,
really pretty.
oh my gosh! Since I'm gonna be doing some of my
Is that elastic?
Doesn't look like it.
I don't think so. I think it's just the cording.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cording.
Okay.
So that's the red, white, and blue. And then they had these little patches of pattern that I'm going to, for not quilting.
No, it wasn't.
This might be for someone who likes to quilt them. And then I also have red ones and stuff
Oopsie.
at my house that I must not have brought with me.
Do you sell?
But no.
Okay.
This is going to be, because I heard someone talking about it, on some of their finishes, they put like their fabric over a backdrop and then finished their a soft finish and put it on top of the pattern, the material. So I'm going to probably, instead of matting, I'm going to probably use some of these fabrics
Try it out.
and try it out and then frame it there too. So then I got these cordings.
She got one of
Fun.
those too.
Oh my gosh.
I like the
they're
sparkle in it. I like the sparkle.
Then I got, they tried not to let me have this for the 75%
It
off.
says Americana.
Exactly, but they're like, oh, the tulle isn't on sale. It's only 40% off. And I said, well, then you probably should have separated it, because it was all on the same display under the 75% off. So she wouldn't do it. So I had to ask for the manager to come over.
for you.
And I said, here it is. And the manager looked at her and said, give it to her. So I got this awesome tool that I'm going to be using in some of my finishes too. Oh, it's like real light. I know it looks
like light blue, but that's white.
yeah, that's actually white. That's that light blue. It's not actually light blue. And then I got tons of ribbon that I'm going to use for finishes. And then more of the cording. I must have really liked this cording. I got 3 of them.
That cording's great.
So, yay! So those are my big hauls and big
that'll be fun.
discounts.
That'll be fun to play with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for me, since I've been on vacation, so to speak, I have
Oh, so more.
been in this massive organize and clean mode. And I'll have to say, it started with cross stitch, because I had a huge project bag with all of my threads, and so I started putting on the Annie's Keepers. And because actually I was looking for one color that I didn't have on something I was finishing. And in that big bag, I didn't find it. And then as I was putting things away, I found another bag down in my closet with more thread, and there happened to be one in there, so I was very excited. So that's where my cleaning frenzy started. Then it moved to the garage when it was a nice day and we cleaned out everything in the garage. Then it went to the bedroom. So I decided to pull out all the furniture from the wall and vacuum. It was disgusting. And then like behind the chair, I'd like thrown stuff that I wanted to take care of later. And
Christmas in July.
found stuff that I moved into this house after in the middle of a divorce. So I had just like thrown stuff everywhere. And this is something that I had gotten, I think, before or in that process. So I had
Wait till you
these
see.
bags. So this is the Stitch store I used to go to that closed
They're
down.
not even around yet.
They're not.
No.
She
When
moved
did
out
they
to like
close?
Missouri, or so she moved. She moved out to Missouri or somewhere.
Do you remember
west.
the date of when they closed? What year?
It would. No, I don't. It would have been in the early 2000s.
what I
So
thought
it's
too.
been a while. So I found a mirabilia
Full kit. Look
I'm
at
so
that.
excited. It had linen in it and all the threads. It's linen. It's linen. I'm so excited. Angels dwell here is what it says. I'm very excited to do that at some point. And you know that's the 1995. So it's been a while.
So she's gonna jump on the memorabilia bandwagon with the rest of you.
And I've always liked lavender and lace.
Now that's what I love.
And so that
Enchanted
one was
alphabet.
there.
I might actually
And it's got
have to
all the
write that down and keep that.
threads. And it's got Ada. I'll debate whether I'll use the Ada.
No, no.
Get the linen.
Yes, yes.
And then I have this one really cute one. And it's been chewed on. So one of the dogs found it at some point. So it's Just Add Snow. And I've got all the threads and even those little
What is it called?
beads. This is by Sisters and Best Friends. Oh, this is lavender and lace.
Yeah, but
Enchanted alphabet.
Enchanted alphabet.
So that was that, and I also had the fabric in here. So the fabric is in here, and it looks, I've already started it. I don't even remember starting it. This is so silly. Yeah, that's just how crazy the time was at that time. And then I found Shepherd's Bush March. So yay, I'll get to do that. That was $4 at Twisted Threads way back when.
I like the frame that they did too.
Yeah,
And
that's
it
pretty
cut-
cool.
$4 and it came with the buttons?
Yeah.
Wow,
$4.
nice.
Shows you how fast. And then there was some other like
$4 with the buttons. That's great.
stuff from Twisted Threads. This says 1996 on it, so it could have been the late 90s when I got some of this stuff.
That's fun. What a fun find.
Oh my gosh.
Threads and everything in here, so I'm pretty excited. I've got more stuff to add to my stuff.
I would have stopped cleaning and immediately just sat in the middle of the floor and played with my new stuff.
I was very excited to
That
find
is
all that.
very
So
exciting.
hey, cleaning can really be a good thing.
I love to clean.
I love it when it's all
Cleaning
organized.
is bad.
Oh,
Cleaning
and then
is
it came out
bad.
into the kitchen, and you can see up over. I
Here.
put up a new little, I don't know, little, what do you call it?
Okay, so my-
display.
Yeah.
That's
So
my
the one-
husband's
the one in the middle
grandparents.
here.
That's over 100 years old. That picture.
Let's see.
And this one is,
Yeah, they used to make iced tea in those pictures. Sweet
this
tea
one's
in Kentucky.
over 100 years. And
Yeah.
what about this one over here? He said,
same thing. They're
over
all about the
100
same
years
age.
old.
Big old. That white one's big, cracked, broken behind.
and then
but I
there's
can't-
cookbooks, old cookbooks?
No.
Just your
Yeah,
cookbooks?
cookbook. So I wrapped them in saran wrap so they wouldn't get all gooky.
Good thinking.
So yeah, so I'll get my house all together, and then I'll have to go back to work.
But you'll know that it's all together.
Yes.
And if anybody messes it up, David's head's on a platter.
God bless that man. He's so patient with me. I had him up there scrubbing this morning because I couldn't reach it all. It was yucky.
I bet.
It was so bad.
Aww.
But it's clean now, so I'm very, very happy.
I love when I clean my house. It's one of my
It feels good.
most peaceful things in the world. Crank up my music, dance.
I like
and
when my
clean.
house is clean.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so what we're doing in our events and just stuff like that.
Upcoming events.
You are going to a Stitch-In this
I
week.
am. I'm going to the Stitch-In on Saturday. Barbara's Keepsakes puts it on at Evendale
Oh, right. Yeah,
Cultural
yeah.
Center. So I'll be going
Is that
there.
Saturday?
Yeah, it's this Saturday, and then there's another one the following Saturday.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
my trip plans fell through last minute, so I thought, I'm free.
Yeah.
I may as well.
Send me pictures of the trunk show.
I will.
And maybe
I
you
will
can
do that.
snatch
Yeah, so
something
that should
from
be
me
fun.
or
I only just signed up yesterday, so
Good.
that'll be fun to do.
And then I actually have a request from you watchers out there. So in 6 days, my husband and I are going on a vacation. We are flying to Boston and renting a car, and joining us would be my eldest daughter and her husband, Elisa and Kevin. And we are going to drive up the coast. We're going to pretty much follow Route 1 all the way up to Maine. Hopefully we hit Acadia and then fly out from there. So my request is Pam from Just Keep Stitchin' was actually, that's where she lived, in Maine. And she said there's not a lot of LNSs out there. So I was wondering, for you all that live about Route 1 on those cute little coastal towns, if you could send me information on which LNS do you think that I need to visit around Route 1, so I don't want to veer off of Route 1 much, and what coastal towns, what's the name of the LNS, and if you can possibly give me an address or just give me the name and I'll Google it. But I would love to visit some LNSs on the way up. So that would be great.
John would love that. He would absolutely be so excited.
He's going to get lobster just about every day.
Nice if there was a lobster place next to the LNS. That would be ideal. Or a hardware store, I'm sure. Or a gun shop.
A bike shop. Maybe there'll be a bike shop.
A bicycle shop?
Like a bike shop.
Yeah.
Any of those, that would work.
Yeah, any of those would work. So if you know of anywhere near those LNSs, if there's a great seafood restaurant, he likes the small business owner ones where they kind of have their own boats. They go out and trap, because those are the ones that are just completely fresh. So if you have any hole-in-the-wall seafood places that you're like, you've got to go here, that would be wonderful. So so I am sending that request out. And if you know any of your friends who don't watch us, but you know that they know all the goods as to what's up there, please let me know.
Oh, we have to select the name of the people for December.
Yes.
And for the owl. So select it, 1 or 2?
2.
All right. Judy Jenkins. I'm going to put my email address in the notes for this. So Judy Jenkins, you wanted the owl, and I have it here somewhere, but I'm not looking at it right now. Email me with an address to send that to you. Now, Lisa, pick a number from 1 to 8.
7.
Oh,
I always pick 7.
I'm so excited. Toni, Stitches in Kentucky.
Yay!
Oh, yay! So Toni, I'll put my email address out there. You send me your address so I can send you the December.
Yay,
And by the way, Toni, I saw on Facebook that you and I go to the same yarn shop in Kentucky.
Yay!
Which is pretty cool. And the name, Nitwits, it's like the name just went away. Nitwits, yay! So maybe I'll see you down there sometime.
That's awesome.
And I want to brag just for a second on my daughter. She passed her certified financial planner exam.
Very exciting. Oh my gosh.
Studied so hard. She agonized over this thing. It was probably the hardest test. She said beyond the CPA exams, this was harder.
That's
and
awesome.
She said she had to hit the submit button, and that's where they would find out what the results were. She said the most stressful button she's ever hit was submit. And so she hit submit, and then she said she blacked out. I picked her up. I said, "Did you pass?" She said, "I have no idea. I blacked out. I have no idea what it said." I said, "Well, check your email. I'm sure they emailed it." So they emailed it and said she passed.
That's hilarious.
That's exciting. Her goal is to help women understand their finances, especially if they've gone through some tragedy, a death, a husband died, or a divorce or something. She really wants to help women.
Her.
So
that's awesome.
She's awesome. I can't stand it. She's so good.
Yeah.
So yay, that's my news.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
That's all we got.
Okay.
Anyway, thanks everybody.
Thank you. See you next time.
Happy July.
I'm going to be on vacation for 2 weeks, so we're not going to be filming, but I would encourage these guys to film, but they won't.
We should.
Please do. That way oh my gosh.
She can watch us.
They can do it, and then I can watch it while I'm away. That would be so much fun.
Anyway.
Please do. Everybody, if you want to see the two of them do their own FlossTube video, please comment. I want to see what these two would come up without me. I would love it. Oh my gosh. And then I'll watch it from Maine.
The two introverts doing kits and stitches.
Oh my gosh. Please, please, please encourage them.
All right.
Anyway,
Well,
thanks,
bye, guys.
Bye.